Hey guys, Boy Darty coming at you with another weekly analysis of the S&P and the Nasdaq. Again, I have already highlighted my value area or a volume node in which I anticipate two-way trade. So the S&P, I'm looking at previous week's high in roughly the 35 area and then coming up down into about the 44.20 area, almost a high volume edge. Same thing on the Nasdaq, previous week high. We're looking at roughly 600, give or take, and then coming down into about the 500 area. So again, I'm going to be looking for a two-way trade within this area. And if we break out of this area, I'm going to look for a rebid or a reoffer. So kind of a line in the sand area for me is previous week's kind of volume node high, as well as the about midpoint of the value. So the 43.87, which is also known as a Joe pivot on the weekly time frame. So again, same thing for NASDAQ. I'm looking at about this high volume edge on the previous week's auction and about that 330 area. So if we break below this volume area, I'm going to look to trade toward this 330. Same thing on the S&P. If we break down below 44.20 area, I'll be looking to trade toward 43.85 area. So now looking at the daily profile, so this was Friday's auction. This is kind of where I'm looking at and how I'm kind of gauging and gathering my volume node on both of them. So almost that high volume edge right here. We get below this 500 area. I anticipate a push, then a reoffer, and some sort of action in this 330 area. Same thing on the S&P, about this 85 to 87 area. We break below 44.20, go down to 44, get a reoffer, push down lower. So if we look at the composite profiles on them both, so this is encompassing about the last month of auction. 330 area is a pretty dominant LVN, low volume node, as well as the 87 to 85 area on both. So again, we have this very thin profile right here where we pushed up on both S&P and NASDAQ. So we're going to wait for the open tonight, see what information gets generated. So therefore we can kind of lean against structure and push on Monday's open. So if we go back to the weekly profiles, some targets that I'm looking for on the top side, we get above this 35 area, I would be looking to trade toward roughly the 44.55 on S&P. Same thing on NASDAQ. If we get above this 600 area, I'll be looking to trade towards 750. And then if we get above 44.50, looking to trade toward the 500 area. Same thing, NASDAQ, get above 750, looking for 850, and then roughly the round number 16,000. So I would like the 4,500 and the 16,000 to pretty much go together if we get that push up. But that's kind of what I'm looking for. If we get much build below this 43.85, I'll be looking for this to travel down to 43.58. Same thing, if we get much build below this 330 area, I'll be looking to trade this down toward previous week's value area low. And then if we continue beyond 225, I'll be looking for the bottom side of this value area, roughly that 15,000 round number. Same thing, 43.58. We push beyond that. I have that awareness of that LVN in the 40 area right here. Just have awareness of that. This is a thin print from where we had a pretty aggressive move up, but that's what I'm looking for. Quick, down and dirty. Value area, build outside, push, rebid, reoffer. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. So Anybody has any questions, comments? Y'all know how to reach me. Again, as always, trade safe, trade smart.